Pacific Lutheran University's Mast TV presents an episode of Late Night with Sam Ellefson, featuring guest William Davis from the Fab Lab and musical guest Adrienne Milanio. Now give it up to your host, Sam Ellefson.
I can't even hear you. Yes, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Oh, I can't. Are we working? Is everything working? Is everything going? Yeah, good. Man, I tell you, I have to apologize to the live streamers. We had some technical difficulties. If you thought it was frustrating, I had to pee that whole time. It's been backstage. It's been rough. How many first years do we have here? Do we have some first years here tonight? Yeah, first years. Welcome to PLU. Welcome to the world of the new friends, new ideas, and newfound addictions to caffeine. Are you all ready for the third season of Late Night? Yeah. Lots of things have happened since we last had a show. Like, for example, a car crashed into the Parkland mural, destroying the A and the R in Parkland. Yeah, the vandal wanted to destroy some art, but they were short by just one letter. Over Labor Day weekend, there was a bright and ominous red moon in the sky. Mother Nature burned thousands of acres just to warn us that school would be starting that next day. You know what they say, red moon by morning, students take warning. Red moon by night, your grades better hope you're bright. Last week, our summer was literally cremated. Ashes filled the air for our first day of class. It's a little ironic, though. The first day of class, our cars were covered with dead trees, and for the next 10 months, we'll be writing on them. Did you hear about the eclipse? Did you hear about it? I don't know if you heard. Yeah, it was a pretty big thing. People came from all over the country. Thousands of them came to the Washington, Oregon area for one day to watch the sun be completely blocked off. And I don't know why everyone came for one day. If they wanted to see the sun completely blocked off in Washington, they could have just come anytime in the winter. Over the summer, yeah, it's like a constant eclipse here, you know what I'm saying? Over the summer, food trucks had some major difficulties. There was a giant onion spill, there was an eel spill, and one truck had bread literally exploding out of the back of it. Now, don't worry about the wasted food, though. It was probably scooped up and served in PLU's Commons. I know. That food, that spaghetti you ate last week, wasn't spaghetti. It was the eels. Yeah. I used to be pretty hard on the Commons. I think that they actually do a pretty good job of accommodating us students, which I didn't realize until I started cooking for myself. Pierce County Councilmember Pam Roach has been mandated to communicate with their coworkers only by writing notes back and forth due to her rude and unprofessional behavior. Yeah, she now, instead of saying rude and unprofessional things, she has to aggressively write them. And her aggressive, but yet passive-aggressive writing skills are probably only rivaled by that of these two. You know you've got anger issues when your boss doesn't think you're mature enough to use words, or when your country thinks you're immature enough to use Twitter. So a Tacoma resident wrote an opinion piece speaking of Trump, saying that Mike Pence would be the Tylenol to take the edge off the Trump LSD trip. And I'm not sure if this guy knows much about Mike Pence, but having Mike Pence as president after Trump would be like coming out of a bad LSD trip and then realizing you're in gay conversion therapy. After we legalized gay marriage, you know, the white supremacists and racists and xenophobists were going, God's going to unleash his wrath on you. And despite many pride parades, nothing happened. Those very same white supremacists and racists have one rally, and God was pissed. 3 hurricanes and forest fires ravaging half the country. Yeah. I think it's pretty clear that God loves the gays and hates the Nazis. Amidst the talk of the doomsday, Apple released a brand new iPhone, the iPhone X, that costs a whopping $999. And we think that this is another sign of the apocalypse. Because what happens when you flip 999? 666. That's right, you're already possessed by your phones, and now we just know it's Satan. So we have a great show for you tonight. We have one of the owners of the Tacoma Fab Lab here today. Billy Davis is here today. We have Adrienne Milani. Great things. You're going to see some of Late Night's old clips from previous years for our commercials. But before we get into things, I just wanted to share that my great-great-uncle died fighting the Nazis. He died in the air raids over Germany. And recently, due to advanced DNA testing, they discovered his remains, and they have now buried him in Arlington Cemetery. His family can now find rest and peace knowing where his remains were and what happened to him. But I'm a little frustrated because 70 years after my uncle has died and 80 million other people, the very ideas that they were fighting against now think they have a right to be heard. And constitutionally, technically you do, but ethically those ideas do not. And it is our job as American citizens to shut down those ideas at every avenue because we paid with 80 million lives last time it happened. And if you even at all support Nazism or any other hateful ideologies, then I want you to leave. Because POU believes sustainability, which means that we think trash belongs in the garbage. We'll be back with more from Late Night after this.
Fab Lab is a high-tech community resource. We aspire to be the hub of creativity and innovation in our city. We have a variety of machines from 3D printers, laser and plasma cutters, computer-controlled routers, welders, and more.
So I came and checked it out, thinking, wow. There's this one machine called a laser burner. It's a blast, and that's really become my favorite.
Fab Lab is a business incubator on steroids. We are building a network of suppliers and consultants which will allow us to design and build almost anything. Our members create everything from robotic tree climbers to beautiful pieces of art.
I think every time I've come here, I've met somebody new and somebody from a completely different occupation, completely different way of life, and meeting the people and hearing about the projects they're working on, it's just extremely inspiring.
We hold classes to help you get started on all equipment, and we have agreements with local universities.
I have taken Inkscape and I've taken welding, the wood lathe class, and the metal lathe class. I'm really excited to take the ShopBot class as well.
Artists, entrepreneurs, students, and hobbyists all find Fab Lab to be an invaluable resource in achieving their dreams.
So when I first walked into the Fab Lab, I was blown away by just the amount of tools and the amount of opportunities that were all under one roof.
I found 2 pieces of metal, put them together, sparks fly.
In the midst of being here, you get to be creative.
We view Fab Lab as an important element of any thriving community. We hope you like the idea and you'll support us by coming out and joining today.
Welcome back to Late Night! Now please join me in welcoming a PLU alum, Billy Davis! Oh, the mic's, he's so excited his mic's flying all over the place. Welcome to the show. So he's got props, he's got a board and everything. That relates to his college folk, the boards, longboard, and all over the place. Yeah, there's the dangerous, ways to transport from A to B, his kids. So we got to see your video, and we got to see a little bit of what Fab Lab was. Is there anything that you would like to add to what we saw in the video, and what Fab Lab means to you and why you do it?
I don't know what it means to me. For the last 5 years, it's definitely meant a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of 80-hour work weeks. But it's really just a place where you can come in, and even if you just have like a vague idea in your head, we can kind of help you figure out how to get that into reality. I mean, it's a place where you can come over and be inspired. Like whenever I have access to all these machines, like laser cutters and and welding and all these things. I find myself in IKEA flipping over furniture or Starbucks and I'm turning over the tables because I'm like, I don't have to buy this. I can make this now. This is something I have the ability to do.
So I heard that you have lasers, huh?
We have lasers.
Yeah, and you let people use those? Just like I could walk in and use your lasers?
You could make lots of, for instance, this is my first laser experiment. And I would say I'm not a really good skateboarder. I longboard, but this is one of those things where so this is something where we first got our laser. First day I had it, I bought a blank skateboard deck off of Amazon for $10, and I said, I think I can fit this inside the laser. So
nice.
I put this puppy right there, put the lid down, and get a design, and just hit go, and this is what we come up with.
You know what, Billy? I have a question for you. I'm terrible at skateboarding, but I would kind of like to stand on your board. Would you help me?
Oh.
Would you help me out?
Hand, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand on it, and could you just like pull me a little bit, just so I can experience it? I have never ridden a skateboard before.
Come on, you can do it. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm glad I can support you.
I hope my mom wasn't watching. I wasn't wearing a helmet. That was a real thrill. And I should tell you, your microphone is a little antenna-like. So if you wanted to,
Yeah, this way. No, see,
the laser's an alien technology. I guess it's fitting, but
I just
there we are. Oh, of course, yeah. So on your website, we saw a statement from someone that said, Fab Lab is a business incubator on steroids. And what does that mean?
So I just want to clarify that wasn't really my line, but
of course, yeah, it wasn't, yeah, none.
But so really, what it is we not only have mostly cater to people who have ideas for physical things. So if you want to do like a Kickstarter, you want to come up with a new iPhone case, or you had a new idea for a new wind generator of some sort, we can help you really turn that idea into a physical thing. And so we have the ability to help you prototype it, to get an actual product. Because a lot of you know that if you start a Kickstarter now, or a crowdsource campaign, or a crowdfunding campaign, they're requiring that you have an actual physical item. It just can't be sort of, vaporware. And so we do that part, but also we have a lot of business network connections where they can help you with the business side of things, because those are really two different animals. I know coming from PLU Business School that, it takes one mind to really know how to market and how to handle all the financials and make the right connections. But the other side of things is to be the creative kind of person who can make things.
Who can come up with the ideas.
Yeah.
And so you have had a lot of probably really cool things come through your Fab Lab, right?
Yeah.
What are some of your highlights? What are your favorite things that have come through?
Well, there's two guys who joined Fab Lab right whenever we started, so 5 years ago, and they worked every night. I'd see them there, open to close, and they'd be working around and they'd be tinkering with the wood shop, and I'd see them frustrated, and they'd ordering sandwiches and all this stuff. And at the time, there was this little computer that was coming out, the Raspberry Pi, and some of you have heard of it. It's a little $35 computer. It has Bluetooth
so
and
it's
HDMI
this
out.
big?
Yeah, it's about this big.
So I can do my homework on that and
oh,
everything?
Yeah, you can do that. People use them to emulate ROM games and things, or NES games and things. But these little computers were coming out, and they didn't have a case. So these guys saw a business opportunity. And there were no good cases for sale in any major retailers at that point. And so they spent every single night just iteration after iteration making these little wood cases. And so we taught them how to use the laser. And what they did is they eventually came up with a design for a laser cut folded case, and it all fit together with one piece for this little computer. And so you could buy it. The case cost about $20, and they started selling them locally. And suddenly they're building their business on Amazon.
Wow.
So as of today, they're the #1 Raspberry Pi case seller on Amazon.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
They ship thousands of units, and they've expanded into other things. They've expanded into dice games and all sorts of other different holdings.
This is because of the Fab Lab. This is because they were able to go to the Fab Lab. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that they were able to do it, yeah.
No problem. So they're currently a Tacoma business, C4 Labs, and they have a lot of great laser cut and plastic products now, and sure, they'd love you to check them out.
So they got access to the lasers,
Yep.
and they got to do all these things. And
So excited.
Right. You got to. I heard when you came and you told a story of you cutting your finger, and I'm just wondering if we humanities people can go to this place though, killing ourselves, and how do we do that? If I have an idea, and I've got lots of ideas, how do I make them happen? What do I do?
Well, I will say we do have safety classes in everything we do. I was just being stupid at the time and ignoring some of the safety rules. So I'm the example that you don't want to, things you don't want to do.
So if you follow the rules, nothing's going to happen. It's very
Correct,
safe.
and
Great.
well, my finger grew back.
Yeah,
but
of course, as they do. Yeah.
Mostly. But, so yeah, if you have an idea, you can always shoot us an email, and you can describe your idea, and what we'll do is we'll schedule either a tour with you if you've never been in, or we can do a consult with you, and kind of flesh out your idea over a 15-minute session and see if it's something that, really has some legs on it. And from there, if you want to build it yourself, we can get you into some of the classes. So we run classes every single week, and they're in different things. We just got a virtual reality game development class going. We do welding, so if you ever wanted to mess around and learn to weld, we can do that. And laser cutting for you.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
we can get you in. If you want to just throw it in and do stuff yourself, we can help facilitate that. On the other hand, if you say, hey, look, I'm the creative guy here, I've got this idea, I don't have time or whatever, you can just hand it off to us and say, here's my bar napkin, here's my idea poorly drawn, and we'll help you flesh it out, and we'll help you prototype, and we can do the CAD work and design work for you, and there you go.
So with the lasers, are they only for making things?
You
You can't use them for other...
We have this big sign on the laser that says things not to, and there's things like, okay, things that are flammable, or things like styrofoam, and there's a big one on the bottom that says human flesh.
I'm not
we
here.
found out
Okay,
the
yeah.
hard way,
I was going to say people I don't like. I was just see if that was on the
Yeah,
list.
it's
but-
for your enemy if you're,
Yeah.
going to kill James Bond at some point.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. We'll almost kill him probably, and that'll be escaping. So, I've heard the saying that there's no such thing as a bad idea.
Oh yeah,
And-
there totally is.
Right. After being in college for 3 years, I've had plenty of them. So, what are some of the worst things you've had people come up to you and be like, I want to make this. It's.
Well, that's funny because the other thing I get is, the customer's always right. I've worked 20 years in retail. I will tell you, the customer is rarely right, and you just need to get them to realize that they're wrong. So But in terms of bad ideas, yeah, we've had a few, but usually they're like perpetual motion machines or a new way of energy machine, new way of making energy. There's some other ones that are kind of dangerous, and we have to kind of say, whoa, okay, I don't know if this is such a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But with those, that's the thing. It's all about a conversation. Be able to flesh those things out, because sometimes I'll get super excited about an idea and want to do all this stuff, but a lot of times you just need perspective on things.
Yeah.
You need some of the experience from other people to say, okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's wait. Let's see. Let's talk this through. And so I think through a good dialogue and some consultation, we can kind of
Bring the idea to fruition.
Yeah.
And I think it's when you bring up the retail where the customer's always right, and then even if you try to tell them, hey, you're wrong, they go, wrong, like a Trump. There's wrong, you're wrong. You co-own the business. Does that mean you have to share a desk or things like what does that mean?
I get the desk on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, okay, so you have a whole system mapped out. Yeah.
No, it's actually been a really, really good partnership. So Steve Tibbetts, the guy in the video there, he's actually my godfather.
The steroids guy, is that him? Is that...
The guy.
Yeah.
He's got a fat beard. I grew up with his kids so how kind of Fab Lab got started with this is Steve he's been blessed with a lot of successful businesses. He has a lot of toys and a lot of projects in his house, and I would always work on him with tech things. And so one time, 6 years ago, they started, 3D printing was coming out and finally getting into the kind of the consumer market. And so MakerBot was the first commercial 3D printer company where you could actually buy a 3D printer for your house that was somewhat reasonable, under $1,000. And they were doing a Christmas special for $600. You get a 3D printer, and it came in a kit, and whenever I got it in the mail, I said, okay, Steve, can you help me put this thing together? And he said, okay. And immediately I dump out the UPS box, and this thing is in 3,000 pieces. All the little nuts and pieces are all together, and I'm assembling it on his floor, and his wife's getting mad at me because there's stuff everywhere.
Right.
But, you know, after hours of hard work and me trying to learn to solder and all this, we had this little thing that printed bunny rabbits and, you know, just these little knickknacks.
That's a good start, right?
That's the thing. Everybody, if you get your first 3D printer, it's kind of like a breaking in thing. You print a little bunny. And if
That's the first thing. If you get a 3D printer, you got to print a little bunny. That's the first thing you have to do.
For the bunny or the little boat. And so we got this, and I said, you know, this is really something. This stuff is accessible now, but without this, I never would have had access to this. In high school, I mean, I did some wood shop and things like that, but, you know, there's not a lot of opportunity in Tacoma right now for people to access this kind of technology because financially it's unreachable, or if you live in an apartment or live in a dorm, like, you're not going to have access to a 10-foot router. You're not going to be welding in your lunchroom, you know. And Steve said, you know, I've been to a few places in California that have kind of this Fab Lab set up, the fabrication laboratory, and they're connected to universities, but I really think that Tacoma is just a place for innovation, and also just a place where there's a hotbed of just talent.
I mean, look at the people in the audience today, right? Yeah, you can bring your ideas.
Right people out there. And so he said, you know, I think we can make this work together. Let's get some friends together, and we got some investors. It was one of our friends who was a pastor, and Steve's son, and some other people, and we kind of pulled the money together. And within 6 months, came up, you know, business plan, and said, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it now. Buy equipment, look on Craigslist, open the doors, and here we go.
You know, part of me was kind of hoping that Fab Lab was actually the fabulous laboratory.
Oh,
a little bit
fabulous.
of it. Yeah. So I have one final question for you, and I think everyone in the audience is wondering this. You graduated from PLU, and I have to ask, do you know what vocation means?
So I remember going to convocation, and I know
that's part of the word.
But if may I guess?
You, of course, yeah. We're open to. We're all going to judge you for your answer, probably.
I know you're all judging me right now.
Yeah.
But vocation. So vocation. Yeah, see.
It's not vacation. It's very different. I found that out when I got here.
Yeah, I need more of that. But so vocation.
Yeah.
So PLU is just. A lot of you go into PLU and you go into college and you're thinking, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a teacher. Or I'm going to be a scientist. Or I'm going to be a business person. But PLU offers so many great opportunities for you to just enjoy your life. You're away from home. You're out there. You
I'm
have
riding skateboards. You saw it. I'm riding skateboards.
Learning new things every day. And PLU has an awesome study abroad program, J-term. I went to Ireland and China over my J-term.
Wow.
You know, things that open your eyes, things that it's kind of like this, where you have tools, you have a world of things available that suddenly it's like you can do anything. So, you know, my vocational journey went from nonprofit to video games to back to nonprofit to Costco to Fab Lab, and who knows what's next.
Yeah, that's a great definition of vocation if I've heard one, really. That was great. Thank you, Billy. Thanks for coming on the show. He's coming back to the game later, and we'll be back with Adrienne Milanio right after this. Thank you, Sarah. It was a lot of fun.
I love late night.
I love late night.
The Queen loves late night.
I love late night. A tree has fallen on the wire, and we're currently stuck here at the train station, but I just wanted to let you know that I love late night.
I love late night.
Welcome back to Late Night. Now please help me welcome our next guest, the musical guest, Adrian Milanio. Come on up here, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you're here on Late Night. How are you? You good?
I'm doing good. Can everybody hear me?
You good?
All right,
Good?
sweet.
Good.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
So you are a current student What year are you going to be?
I'm going to be a senior this year.
Nice, nice. Going on to bigger things after this, bigger things.
Yeah.
So how did you start playing music? What could you tell us a little bit about your music here first?
Yeah, sure. So I just released an album last month called Love and Culture. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, stuff like that. You were asking like how I got started?
Yeah, I mean like how like what is your sound and how did you get there? How did you start doing it, and then what does it become for you?
Sure. So I've always been a fan of music, like everything from like Michael Jackson to like John Mayer to everything in between, Eminem. But my brother and
That's right in between. You got John Mayer and Michael Jackson, John Mayer. Yeah.
Right. So my brother and I, we took piano lessons like when we were younger, like in elementary school, and then that started turning into like playing guitar and like learning how to play different songs and stuff. And I eventually just decided to take it upon myself to start writing songs and doing like my own thing. And the way I would describe my sound now would be like R&B, like groovy type slow stuff. So along the lines of like Ed Sheeran, John Mayer, Bruno Mars, stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah,
cool, cool. Awesome. So you released Love and Culture. You kind of told us a little bit about that. What kind of inspires, like where, you entitled it Love and Culture. Where did your inspiration for the album come from? Do you have a couple of different avenues? Or?
Yeah, so the title of Love and Culture, I think there are different aspects of love, and I try to write them through the different songs in the album. And the culture aspect came from, every single song is pretty different, and it comes from like different genres and stuff like that. So I have like an R&B like type song, and then I have something that's reggae, then I have a bossa nova song. So the culture aspect, like all the songs are from different cultures, and I thought like there wouldn't be another title that can sort of, I know, officiate that this is love and culture. So that's kind of where I got the inspiration from.
Cool, cool. And so you said, where can we find your music again? It's on Spotify, it's on...
Yeah, so it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music. So who has an Instagram here?
Who's got Instagram?
All right, so this is basically advertising, but if you follow me on Instagram at Adrian Milanio, I have a link to my album which has like every single like platform it's on, so like Pandora, Apple Music. So why don't you pull out your phone like right now?
Yeah,
like
pull out your phones. This guy's incredible. Yeah, take out your phones, do that.
Oh, I left my phone back on the table there, but pull out your phone and then type in Adrienne Milani on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever. And then on my Instagram, I have a link to my Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that. So you'll be able to check out the album there.
Great, so be sure to check him out. And Adrian is going to join us along with Billy and a couple of our audience members for a new game called Bad Translator. And we're going to be right back with that right after this. So we're going to get everything moved off and then we'll head...
Hi, I'm Sam Ellefson here at the Humane Society, and I'm about to live all of your childhood dreams.
Why don't we start with cats?
That sounds great, yeah. Starting with cats.
Yeah.
It looks like they're all asleep. If you wanted a cat, this is where you would go to get them. You could have Smokey. He's hiding behind the blanket. He knew we were coming.
She's enjoyed living indoors and outdoors, and she needs a home that's average on activity level, and it looks like her personality is pretty easygoing, and she's coming up here to say hi to us, it looks like.
Hi, Amber.
Hi, Amber. Pretty girl. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That's adorable. These are all the adoptable cats?
Yes.
And then do you have a place for cats that are working their way towards being adoptable?
Yes, we can head that direction next if you'd like.
Well, if you look at all the animals in their cages, look, they all have like little houses we saw in the adoption area, so they'll have like a little wall and room to themselves, which is super cool. I was expecting even just a cage when I came in, which is awesome.
Yeah, so they all have their areas where they can go hide if they want to hide and kind of stick to themselves and be a little bit more independent, or they can come out and say hi to whoever's walking through the cattery. And then they also have separate litter box areas, so if they need to go have their private bathroom, they have that as well.
Private bath? We don't even have that in college.
Head through to the bunnies.
The bunnies. Easter's coming up.
We call it our SMAM room. So
SMAM?
S-M-A-M, so
SMAM.
Small Mammal. So welcome to Bunnyland.
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 Oh my goodness, look at how giant this bunny is.
So that's Donette, and Donette's actually our featured pet this
Oh, wow. Congratulations, Donette.
Donette has risen to the top of the ranks as adoptable bunny and is ready to go home with her future forever family.
Oh wow, this is the cream of the crop. This is it right here.
Oh, and she's,
oh my goodness.
she's even telling you that she just is ready to go.
I get to hold a bunny rabbit. All right.
All right, you
Under
got
the
him.
butt here. Oh my
Feel
goodness.
comfortable? There you go.
I don't think I've ever been happier. I'm holding a bunny rabbit on a Saturday morning. What are you doing? So Cody's adoptable, and I might bring him home with me. There's a chance. Oh my goodness. Too bad I live in a dorm. Hey Cody, hi. Do you want to come on my show? We're always looking for people. You'd be a hit.
I don't know if he'll.
Cody, he's not a big fan. I think he's intimidated by me. If I take a bite of it, would that help him, do you think?
Yeah, it's regular lettuce.
Cody. You want to try some? It's so good. I think I'm making him less appealing for him.
You can throw it in.
Just throw it. Oh, okay. Yeah. What's mine is yours, Cody. What's mine is yours.
I think he likes
Oh,
it.
sure. Now he eats it.
Yeah.
Pendleton. Now I played sports in high school, and I'm going to attempt to toss the hot dog towards Pendleton. Pendleton, did you want a hot dog? All right. I'm going to toss it in there. We'll see how this goes. 1, 2, 3. That was not where I wanted it to go. That wasn't where I wanted it to go at all. Finley wants to, I think he wants to talk about himself almost. Finley, do you have something to say? No, definitely not. Very camera shy.
10, 15 minutes, and then we come check on them, and then usually by that time, people know whether or not they would want to adopt the animal.
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes. I think I'd be walking out here with a dog every time. Oh, goodness. I don't want to go.
We've been here for 10 hours.
Fine. We'll be right back with more from Late Night. Welcome back to Late Night, everybody. Welcome. All right, we have our lovely guests and our audience participants all lined up to play Bad Translator. So how this works is, you know how your professors told you not to Google Translate things because it can screw up what the actual meaning is? Well, we did that, and we put an English movie quote through multiple different languages and then back to English, and we are going to ask our contestants, we're going to read the result, and they must either say the correct quotation or the movie that it came from. And how it's going to work is our front two contestants will be facing off, and they will grab the turtle after the quotation has been finished. They will grab the turtle and say the answer. If they're incorrect, it will go to the other team. Any questions from anyone quickly before we get going? All right. Are we ready? Adrian, Billy, your first quote. Fish of friends do not eat. Your answer?
Nemo.
That's correct! So I'm getting the head shake from my floor manager saying, Adrian, you need to be careful about that false start, okay? All right? You gotta watch out. Are we ready? So if we want to pass the microphone down to the next person in line, are we ready, contestants? I want to see it in your eyes. She's ready, I can tell. All right, are you ready? Molo, my name is Ennio Montoya. You killed your father and prepared him to die. Anyone can answer! Anyone can answer! Anyone can grab the turtle. Go for it. Your answer into the microphone, please. Mulan, that's incorrect. Other team, do we have an answer?
Princess Bride?
Princess Bride! Princess Bride! You're down 2-0. You're down 2-0.
I'm supposed to watch that with my wife.
Oh, it's on his to-watch list. You graduated PLU 11 years ago, is that right? All right, so we've got our last two contestants here facing off. On to our next quotation. You must have, backs against the chairs. Backs against the chairs. I want to see him. I want to see him. Good posture. It's good for you. The everything lit touches our kingdom.
Lion King.
Lion King, that's it. Well done. All right, we're edging back. Billy, it's on your shoulders again. Are we ready? And Adrian, no false starting this time, okay? All right.
There's don't crying on baseball.
A League of Their Own?
A League of Their Own, that's right! That's right!
It's all right. I never actually saw it.
Yeah. Well done, Billy. You carried the team. We're on to our next contestants. It's a 2-2 tie. It's a tough race. Tough race.
You got this.
Are you ready? No. Myself is king for the world. Myself is king for the world. We'll open it up to anybody. Someone in the audience knows. Anyone can answer. Anyone can answer. I will give you the year. It came out in 1997. Anyone, you can grab the turtle if you know it. Venture a guess, anyone? Myself is king for the world. Go for it. You got it. Go for it.
Okay, The King and I?
It is not The King and I. It is not The King. Anyone? Anyone?
I wasn't even born yet.
Oh
Titanic.
my gosh.
It's Titanic. Oh. I'm the king of the world.
I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah. You haven't done that in your relationship yet? You said you're married, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. So, I meant him putting his hips on, or his hand on his wife's hip. That's what I meant. I don't know what you were thinking. I meant doing the king of the world thing. Are we ready? Are we ready? I could have, and I felt I needed to clear it up. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
The may force be taking you are. Oh, close one. What's the answer?
May the force be with you.
That's it. That's correct. You know what? Star Wars is my favorite movie. That's a bonus point for getting the quote correct. We've got 4 against 2 over here. All right? You started off strong. You started off strong. All right. This one is kind of a tough one. I'm going to be honest. Are we ready? So remember, it's through multiple translations. Give it up.
And?
Frozen. Frozen, that's correct! Someone whispered it. Someone whispered it. It's 4-3, thanks to my nasty bonus point. You're welcome, Team 1.
It's all right. Thank you.
All right. Are we ready?
Do I get a head start for me? My feet not touching the ground?
Oh yeah, back against the chair. Back against the chair.
Back is against the chair.
My feet don't touch the ground.
That is just, you may have your feet on the ground. That is okay. I give permission. Okay. The first rule of warfare does not talk about a war clip.
Fight Club?
Fight Club! That's it! Well then, it's an even tie. We have 3 questions left. That means someone's going to come out of here a winner. All right, are we ready? We all feel that we are no longer in Kansas.
Wizard of Oz?
The Wizard of Oz! She's beat you on the draw twice now. She's gotten you. We are down to our last 2 questions. Last 2. Do you always think life is like an ox? You should never know what you can achieve. What is it? It's Forrest Gump! Life is like a box of chocolates. I have the final card in my hand. This is it. You need to score this point.
Winner takes all.
Winner takes all. Winner takes all. Are you ready? Infertility and beyond.
Toy Story!
Toy Story! She's got it! This team wins! Well done, both teams. That was great competition. We'll be back with Adrienne Milani right after this. That went super well. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sam Ellefson here at the Humane Society, and I'm about to live all of your childhood dreams.
Well, why don't we start with cats?
That sounds great. Yeah.
So,
starting with cats.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they're all asleep. If you wanted a cat, this is where you would go to get them. You could have Smokey. He's hiding behind the blanket. He knew we were coming.
And she's enjoyed living indoors and outdoors, and she needs a home that's average on activity level, and it looks like her personality is pretty easygoing, and she's coming up here to say hi to us, it looks like.
Hi, Amber.
Hi, Amber. Pretty girl. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's adorable.
These are all the adoptable cats.
Yes.
And then do you have a place for cats that are working their way towards being adoptable?
Yes, we can head that direction
Sure.
next if you'd like.
Well, if you look at all the...
Hi, I'm the late night host Sam Ellefson, and this Valentine's Day I'm gonna be alone. So I decided to do elevator speed dating to see if I could find someone that I'm compatible with, someone I have a spark. So this is what we're doing. I hope it works out.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Are you coming on the elevator? Are we back?
Sorry.
Hi. No. Come on in. Come on in. What floor are you headed to? 4? Perfect.
Loving it.
Hi. I'm Sam Ellefson, and I'm wondering, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
It's blue. That's mine too. That's perfect. What's yours?
Mint.
Mint. Oh. Ooh. That's
green.
not a
Actually,
color.
no,
I don't know.
Maroon.
Maroon. That's better. Minnesota Gopher colors. All right. Hi. I'm Sam Ellefson, and I'm wondering, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? It's chocolate. Mine too. This is perfect. Okay. You're stuck in a desert island. What do you bring? Quickly. What do you bring?
Cookies.
Cookies? Oh, that's not me. You would bring me in your desert island?
I bring you.
Am I not in? Thank you. Look at that there. What's your favorite football team? I'm a Vikings fan. One more question. I'll hold the door for you. How far could you throw a small object, like a ball or a puppy?
Oh, no. 100 feet.
100 feet? That's impressive. All right, I was impressed by you. What was your name?
Michelle.
It was nice meeting you, Michelle. Yes, have a good day. Have a lovely day. If this thing gets stuck, I'm going survival mode real fast. Like, I'll be drinking my pee after like 5 minutes. I'll get so freaked out. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Sam Ellefson. Welcome to Elevator Speed Dating. So, would you describe yourself as a touchy-feely person?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I don't think we're compatible.
It's okay.
Have a good day. I'm sorry. We just didn't work out.
I got a
appreciate you
boyfriend.
playing.
You should have asked first.
There's a goal there, then you can't score.
What's going on?
Well, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions to see if we're compatible people.
Okay.
I'm going to say a series of words, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay?
Okay.
Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Lord of the Rings.
Gollum.
Ooh, Gollum, interesting. Soccer.
No sports.
Okay, what floor are you on? It was nice having
meeting
you,
you.
but I guess we'll just have to keep
It's
trying.
okay.
I'm sorry.
There are many
I'm
other
sorry.
fish in the sea.
Yes.
See ya.
Have a good day. Hello. Welcome aboard the elevator. Are you not going to join us? I'm just going to ask you a few questions and see if you're compatible with me. What color eyes do you prefer?
Blue. Brown.
If we had a son together, what would you name him?
Stefan. William.
We were looking for Leonidas. And I guess I just don't think we're that compatible, guys, but thanks for coming on the elevator with me. Have a lovely afternoon. Nice girls. Do you want to come on and play?
Sure.
Come on in. I'm going to say a series of words, and I want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind, all right? Minnesota.
Viking.
That was a good answer. Pizza.
Forelli's.
Forelli's. Ooh, I like that. Okay.
I should probably tell you right now, I live in Alaska.
You live in Alaska? Which part of Alaska?
Palmer.
Palmer. What are some Alaskan stereotypes that I should know to avoid?
We don't live in igloos. We can't see Russia from our window. And
Interesting. If we had a son together, what would you name him?
Leonidas.
No way! Oh my goodness, this has been lovely. Man, I'm sweating. Are you sweating?
I'm nervous.
Yes, I'm so nervous. I'm trying to find love, and it's so hard in an elevator. We kicked the cleaning lady off the elevator. I think we're gonna call it a day. We tried. Let's head back to the studio.
Now give it up for our musical guest, Adrienne Milani. Nice show.
Lots of things happen. It's fun.
Sunday morning rain is falling. Still some cover shed some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. Twist to fit the mold that I made. But things just get so crazy, living life gets harder too. And I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it would lead me back to you. That someday it will lead me back to you. That may be all I need. Darling, she is all I see. Come on, rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, I never want to leave. Fingers trace your every outline, yeah, yeah. Paint a picture with my hands. Back and forth we sway like branches in a storm. Change the weather, still together when it ends. That may be all I need. Darling, she is all I see. Come on, rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, I never want to leave. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. Sunday morning rain is falling and I'm calling out to you. Singing someday it will lead me back to you. Singing someday it will lead me back to you. And they not know that maybe all I need. Darling, she is all I see. Come on, rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, I never want to leave. That may be all I need. And darling, she is all I see. So come on, rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, I never want to leave. Thanks, everyone. So I just want to introduce the band real quick. So on bass, I got Nate. On keyboard, I got Callie. On drums, I got Luke. And for this next song, it's called Every Time, I got Joe, who's being featured on the trumpet. So hope you guys dig it. So this is an original off the album Love and Culture called Every Time. Again, you can find it on like Spotify and Apple Music, stuff like that. But anyways, we're gonna play it. So. Every time you smile, every time you blush, every time you sing, I get a little worried. February weather, but don't you ever worry. Every time you smile, every time you blush, every time you sing, I get a little worried. February weather, but don't you ever worry. Every time you, there's no need to rush what we're doing. There's no need to rush, we can take our time. I'll take you to dinner down on Ruston. Go for a stroll and watch the stars align. Seeing the view down the sound side. I'm feeling the wind blowing past my face. Look in your eyes says you're choosing that every time you smile, every time you blush, every time you sing, I get a little worried. February weather, but don't you ever worry. Every time you smile, every time you blush, every time you sing, I get a little worried. February weather, but don't you ever worry. Every time you kiss on the cheek and you're smiling, I'm feeling the vibe and you're feeling it too. Don't care what the world could be thinking, I just wanna be with you. Put out the fire, put out the flame. Love in the air is all that remains. The sense that what we have is special, and I hope that every time you smile, every time you blush, every time you sing, I get a little February weather, but don't you ever worry. Every time you smile, every time you blush, every time you sing, I get a little worried. February weather, but don't you ever worry. Every time you smile. February weather, but don't you ever worry. Every time you
We'll be back with more November 3rd from Late Night.